My husband handed me a small box at breakfast. "Happy birthday, Nora." I opened it. 2 silver keys on a ring. "What are these?" "Keys to your new apartment." I looked up at him. "My new apartment?" He smiled. "I know you have wanted your own creative space, somewhere to paint, write, be alone. My name is Nora Hartwell. I'm 31, and my husband just gave me keys to a place I had never seen." "Where is it?" "Downtown, 10th floor. Great view. I thought you could use it as a studio." "Can we see it together?" "I have work today, but you should go. Start making it yours." He kissed my forehead and left for the office. I sat there holding the keys. Something felt off, but I could not name it. That afternoon, I drove to the address. Old building, pre-war, beautiful architecture. I took the elevator to the 10th floor, apartment 10C. The key turned smoothly. Inside was empty. Hardwood floors, large windows, crown molding, but dust everywhere, like no one had lived here in months. I started cleaning, swept the floors, wiped the windowsills. An hour passed. Then someone knocked. I opened the door. An old woman stood there, fragile, pale, wearing a worn coat. "Can I help you?" "I used to live here," she said quietly. "Oh, I'm sorry. My husband just—" "I know. I sold it to him last month." She looked past me into the apartment. "May I come in, just for a moment?" I hesitated, then stepped aside. She walked to the window, stood there, looking out. "I lived here 40 years, she said. "It is a beautiful place." It was. She turned to me. Her eyes were strange, sad, but also warning. "Don't turn on the lights tonight." "What?" "The lights. Don't turn them on. Not after dark." "I don't understand." She walked closer and lowered her voice. "Go to the window when it gets dark. Just stand there. Watch the building across the street. 3rd floor, corner unit." "Why?" "Because what you will see, no wife should ever see." My skin went cold. "What are you talking about?" "Your husband did not buy this for you. He bought it for himself." "That does not make sense." She touched my arm. "I am sorry, dear. I wish I did not have to tell you." Then she left. I stood there alone, heart pounding. I locked the door behind her, stood in the empty apartment, her words echoing. "Don't turn on the lights. Watch the building across the street. No wife should ever see." I walked to the window and looked out. Directly across was another building, same height, maybe 20 feet away. 3rd floor, corner unit. The windows were covered with curtains. I checked my phone. 4:30 p.m. Sunset was at 6. I should leave, go home, forget what the old woman said, but I could not. I sat on the floor and waited. As the sun set, I stayed in darkness. I did not turn on a single light. The apartment grew dim, then dark. I moved closer to the window and watched the building across the street. 6:15. A light turned on in the corner unit, 3rd floor. The curtains were still drawn, but I could see shadows moving. 2 people. 6:30. The curtains opened slightly. A woman appeared. Young, maybe 25. She was laughing. Then a man joined her. He wrapped his arms around her waist and kissed her neck. My breath caught. The man was my husband. I pressed closer to the window. It was definitely him. Same build, same hair, same watch I had given him for Christmas. He spun the woman around and kissed her. She pulled him toward what looked like a bedroom. The light went off. I stood there in the dark, shaking. My husband owned the apartment across the street, not this one. He had given me keys to this place so I could watch, so I could see him with her. My phone rang, his name on the screen. I answered. "Hey, babe, how was the apartment?" My voice came out steady. "It is perfect." "Good. I knew you would love it. Great view, right?" "Amazing view." "I will be home late tonight, client dinner." "Of course. Love you." He hung up. I looked back at the building. His window was dark now, but I knew what was happening inside. I sat down, pulled out my phone, and started taking photos of the building, the window, and the floor number. Then I called someone I had not spoken to in years, my brother's friend, a private investigator. I need everything: photos, videos, bank records, everything. What is this about? My husband and the woman he is with right now. I gave him the address. How long has this been going on? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. I stayed in that dark apartment watching. At 8 p.m., the light came back on. My husband appeared in the window putting on his shirt. The woman handed him his jacket. He kissed her one more time, then left. I took photos of everything. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed. A text from him. Heading home now. Dinner ran late. I did not respond, just kept watching. The woman in the window poured wine, sat on the couch, and looked relaxed and comfortable, like she lived there. I left the apartment, went downstairs, crossed the street, found the building entrance, and checked the directory. Unit 3C, D. Hartwell, my husband's name. He owned it officially. I took a photo of the directory, and then I went home. I arrived before he did, made tea, and sat in the kitchen. I was calm. He walked in and smiled. "Hey, you were still up." I could not sleep. How was dinner? Long and boring. The client talked forever. "Where did you eat?" He hesitated just a fraction of a second. "That Italian place downtown." "Which one?" "The one on 5th. That restaurant had closed 2 months ago. I knew because I had tried to make reservations there." "Sounds nice." He kissed my head. "I'm exhausted, going to shower." He disappeared upstairs. I sat there planning. The next morning, the private investigator called. "I have preliminary info. Your husband has had that apartment for 8 months, leased under his name. He pays $2,200 a month. Who is the woman?" "Her name is Cassidy Reed, 26, works at his company, junior analyst." "Of course. How long have they been together?" "I will need more time to confirm, but neighbors say she's been there regularly for 6 months. 6 months, half a year, while I planned birthday dinners, while I believed his late nights were work. I need photos, videos, timestamps, everything. I will have it by Friday. Make it Wednesday." "That's fast. I'm paying extra." He agreed. I hung up. That night I went back to the apartment, my apartment, the one with the perfect view. I sat in the dark again, watched my husband arrive at 7, watched Cassidy answer the door in lingerie, watched them through the window, laughing, drinking, touching. I took photos, videos, documented everything. Wednesday came. The investigator sent files, bank statements showing payments to Cassidy, jewelry purchases I had never received, weekend trips I was not invited to, hotel receipts, restaurant bills, even a lease agreement for a car in her name. He had bought her a car. I printed everything, put it in a folder. Then I did something else. I called a divorce lawyer, the best one in the city. I made an appointment for Friday. "Bring all documentation," she said. "I have plenty." Thursday night, my husband came home with flowers. "For you, just because." I smiled. "They are beautiful. You deserve them." "Do I?" He looked confused. "Of course. You are my wife." Friday morning, I met with a lawyer. Her name was Patricia Moore. She was in her 50s with sharp eyes and an expensive suit. I laid the folder on her desk. She opened it and flipped through the photos, the bank statements, and the receipts. Her expression did not change. "How long have you known?" "5 days." She looked up. "And you gathered all this in 5 days?" "I had help." She nodded slowly. "This is thorough. Very thorough. Is it enough?" "More than enough. Adultery, financial infidelity, hidden assets. What do I do now?" "We file fast, before he has time to hide anything else." "How fast?" "I can have papers ready by Monday." "Do it." She pulled out a form. "I need some information first. How long have you been married?" 6 years. Any prenup? No. Joint assets? The house, 2 cars, savings account, his retirement fund, and the apartment downtown. His name only? Doesn't matter. Marital asset. You are entitled to half. I smiled. Both apartments? She looked confused. Both? He bought me one for my birthday, right across from his. Understanding crossed her face. So you could watch. Yes, that is psychological cruelty. We can use that. She made notes. Anything else I should know? His mistress works at his company. He has been using company funds for personal expenses. How do you know? The hotel receipts and the dinners are all on his corporate card. Patricia smiled, actually smiled. That is embezzlement. His company will want to know. Good. We finished the paperwork. I left her office and went back to my apartment, the one with the view. I sat in the window and waited. That night, my husband came home. Hey, want to order dinner? Sure. We ate on the couch. Normal conversation. He asked about my day. I asked about his. Both of us were lying. After dinner, he got a call. He stepped outside to take it. I heard him through the door. I cannot tonight because I am home. Tomorrow, I promise. He was talking to her. He came back in. Work stuff on a Friday night. Yeah, big project. It must be important. It is. Sunday came. He said he had to go to the office on Sunday, just for a few hours, deadline coming up. Want me to bring you lunch? Nah, I'll grab something. He left at 10. I waited 20 minutes, then I followed. He did not go to his office. He went to the apartment. Cassidy was waiting. I parked across the street, watched him go inside, and took more photos. Then I drove to his actual office. The building was locked. A security guard was at the desk. Excuse me, is anyone from Hartwell Consulting working today? He checked his log. No, ma'am, building is empty. Thank you. I had what I needed. Monday morning, the divorce papers were filed. The divorce server arrived at his office Tuesday afternoon. I know, because I was waiting across the street, watching. My husband came out 20 minutes later, face red, phone pressed to his ear. He was calling me. I did not answer. He called 6 more times. Then he drove home. I was already there, sitting in the living room. He burst through the door. What the hell is this? He threw the papers on the coffee table. Divorce papers. Pretty clear. This is insane. We can talk about this. There is nothing to talk about. Nora, please, whatever you think. I know. I do not think I know. He sat down and ran his hands through his hair. What do you know? About Cassidy? About the apartment? About the last 8 months? His face went white. How? The old woman, the one who sold you my apartment, she warned me. That crazy lady. She was not crazy. She was kind. He stood up and started pacing. Okay, fine. I made a mistake, but we can fix this. You did not make a mistake. You bought an apartment, furnished it, and bought her a car. This was intentional. I was confused for 8 months. He stopped. She means nothing. Then why did you buy her a car? No answer. Why did you take her to Miami, to Boston, to that resort upstate? You went through my accounts? Every single one. His jaw clenched. That is illegal. No, it is not. We are married. Joint finances. You had no right. I had every right. He changed tactics, sat down next to me. Softer voice. Nora, I love you. This thing with Cassidy, it was just physical. It did not mean anything. You gave me an apartment so I could watch you with her. He froze. What? The view from my birthday present? It faces your window. 3rd floor corner unit. Understanding dawned on his face. I did not know. Yes, you did. The old woman told me. You asked her specifically about the sightline. He stood up. She is lying. Why would she lie? I don't know. Maybe you paid her. I laughed. You really think I staged this? This is all happening too fast. You filed for divorce after 1 week? I filed after I had proof. Proof of what? I pulled out my phone and showed him the photos. Him entering the apartment, kissing Cassidy at the window, the receipts, the bank statements, everything. His face crumbled. Where did you get all this? Private investigator. You hired someone to spy on me? You bought me an apartment to spy on you. I would say we are even. He sat down heavily. What do you want? Everything I am entitled to.
The house, half the savings, half your retirement, and both apartments. Both? You bought mine as a gift. It is mine. And the other one is a marital asset. That is not fair. Neither is adultery. He hired a lawyer by Wednesday, tried to fight everything, claimed that the apartment was his personal investment, that the gifts to Cassidy were business expenses, that I was being vindictive. Patricia laughed when she heard. Let him try. We have documentation. The discovery process started. His company got involved. They reviewed his corporate card statements, found $20,000 in personal charges, fired him on the spot. My husband called me that night. Are you happy now? I lost my job. You lost your job because you stole from your company. I did not steal. You charged personal expenses, hotels for your mistress. That is theft. They are overreacting. They are protecting themselves. He was quiet. Then, I cannot afford both apartments now. Not my problem. Nora, please, can we settle this? Split things fairly and move on? I am being fair. You are taking everything. I am taking what my mind is. You kept Cassidy. That seems fair.
He hung up. 2 weeks later, Cassidy called me. I almost did not answer, but curiosity won. Hello, Mrs. Hartwell. This is Cassidy Reed. I know who you are. I just wanted to say I did not know about the apartment, about you watching. You did not know he was married? Silence. I knew that part, but not about the view. He told me it was for business meetings. And you believed him? I wanted to. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. Why are you calling me? Because he has been calling me nonstop, saying we can finally be together now, but I do not want that. Then tell him. I did. He won't listen. Still not my problem. I know. I just thought you should know. He is not who you think he is. I laughed. I am very aware of who he is. He is getting obsessive, showing up at my apartment and my work. Did you file a police report? No. Then that is on you. I hung up. 1 month later, the settlement hearing. My husband looked terrible. Unshaven, wrinkled suit. His lawyer presented their case and asked for a 50-50 split. Patricia countered with our evidence, the adultery, the embezzlement, the psychological cruelty. The judge reviewed everything and looked at my husband. You purchased an apartment across from another apartment, specifically so your wife could observe your affair. No, Your Honor, that is not. The former tenant has provided a sworn statement confirming your intent.